Hello and welcome to week 4, the final week of my 30 books in 30 days challenge. If you haven't been here from the start, I'll have links to all the previous days that you can go and watch after you finish watching this one. But to begin, I need to talk about books. I need to talk very quickly because it is day 22, but it's late on day 22. I took a bit of a break from vlogging because I wasn't really in the mood. My mum did space buns and one is bigger than the other because my hair is bigger on one side than the other, I think. But either which way, this morning I finished a book and that was Airhead Runaway by Meg Cabot. I talked about this a little bit at the end of my last vlog and I did not enjoy this. I thought this was a bad book. It was super cheesy, super implausible, and I had a lot of problems with how two-faced the main character was and how dumb she was and some of the decisions she made, but I'll talk about that more in my wrap-up. Just know that this wasn't one I liked. It was also for my Divination owls, so this is my book 21 out of 30, and we're moving on. So the plan for the rest of the day is I just finished doing some yoga and I'm going to go and make dinner, which will be a lovely healthy salad for my whole family, and then we will do some ironing and listen to the last book that I have to listen to from my Sherlock Holmes collection, and that is His Last Bow, which is a last collection of short story mysteries between Watson and Sherlock. My mum did my hair. It's really big at the moment, but it's gonna deflate. So I did my ironing and painted my nails, and I finished listening to His Last Bow by Arthur Conan Doyle, and it was quite bittersweet because that is my last Sherlock Holmes novel that I have to read, and I thought it was just okay. There were some stories I didn't like, there were some stories I did like. There was one sentence of racism which I'm just going to choose to overlook. Not that you should ever overlook racism, but as a classic, I do like overlook if it's just one small line, and that is book 23 out of 30. I now have to go because I've got Bible study group. I'm still doing Bible study with my group from Australia, which is great because they do it in the evening, which is midday over here. So I just finished my Bible study and I thought it'd be nice to show you my oldest, or one of the oldest books I have, which is my Holy Bible, which I got in 2009 as a Christmas present from my parents, and you can see that it's the book I actually read the most. Really well worn and very annotated. It's probably one of the books I annotate the most as well because I read it every day. And yeah, my Bible has illustrations as well, which really, it's Adam and Eve, that I really enjoyed when I was younger, and I still appreciate them because they're very beautiful. So, we just watched 1 Hour Photo, which was a Robin Williams film, and it was a really bad one. I don't actually recommend it. Good morning, guys. It's day 25. We are going to ace this challenge. So the first thing I need to do today is finish Casting Shadows by Sophie Mackenzie. I've read the first 50 pages and so far, so good. Nothing too bad has happened. I also want to start and finish Cocoa Caramel by Kathy Cassidy, and I'm so excited because I absolutely loved the last book in this series. So I've got these 2 books to read, which shouldn't be too hard because they don't take too long as their middle grades, at least for me. And I'm going on a walk with my family right now. We on Saturdays do a bit of a longer walk because we have more time, and we're going to the Free Little Library because I have these books to donate. I filmed an unhaul. I don't think it's up yet, but it'll be up sometime this month, next month in May. I will be wearing gloves while I use that library. Okay guys, I have finished reading halfway through Casting Shadows, and I forgot to mention that this is not a reread for me. So I read the first 2 books and that's where I petered off when I was younger, so now I'm reading these last 2 books in the series for the very first time, and this one is so much better than all the other ones have been so far. I feel like the characters have matured and grown up a lot, and I can tell that there's still going to be some problems in the future, but for the first half of this book, this is the most I've enjoyed one of these reads so far. Hello! Guess who just finished her 24th book? this chick. So I just finished reading Casting Shadows by Sophie Mackenzie, and all I have to say is that it was more of the same. I'm starting to feel like the books in this series are very repetitive. Well, this was the best one in this series so far. Do not agree with all the parenting, and they're in a very toxic relationship, and River still does not seem to understand how toxic it is. It was better than all the rest of them. Welcome to day 26 of the reading vlog, and I just finished the 25th book, which was Cocoa Caramel by Kathy Cassidy, and I have to say I absolutely really enjoyed this one. In the beginning I was doubting a bit because this is a book that's about an animal lover and animals are very much included. Horses are central to the plot, and I'm just not an animal lover to the extent that other people are. I like animals as in I like a nice painting where I admire it and it's cute and good, but it's not something that I love like other people love animals. So I wasn't too excited, but it turned out to be really, really good. Great character development in this one. Coco has a lot of growing up to do. I like the fact that everybody was teasing her about romance, but she was just not ready for that, and that's not who she is, because it does delve into some deep topics. It's only 11 AM, so I have the whole afternoon and evening to read another book. Getting kind of dark, so I hope you can see me, but I have been reading Six of Crows. First of all, I just want to acknowledge that my nails match the book, makes me very satisfied, also matches the sprayed edges, living best reader life. But yes, I'm on page 305 of 500 of this book, and I do like it, I do really enjoy it. I do have some problems with it. I don't like Matthias, I think he's kind of rubbish. Interesting the dynamic that these characters have, because they all trust each other, but at the same time nobody trusts each other. My favourite character so far is Jesper. I can't explain why I like Jesper so much, but he's just incredibly loyal. I've mentioned that I like loyal characters, but he's incredibly loyal. He's also always energetic and upbeat. Love all of the dialogue that they have. It's absolute banter. It is more slow-paced than I thought. It was a heist. It is a heist book, so I thought it was going to be a lot more plot-driven and fast-paced, but it's delving into quite a bit of their backstories. I found out another reason why I like Jesper so much, and that is simply because he's so sensitive and he wants people to like him so much that he doubts himself in everything, and it just makes me want to protect him. Six of Crows, and I didn't finish it just now. I actually finished it a while ago, and that workout you just saw was me burning off the energy from that high that you get after you finish a really good book and you just want to explode with emotions that you have for fictional characters and for a world that isn't real, and you just need to dispel that energy somehow. Yeah, that was my workout. But today is day 27, we're coming towards the end of this challenge, and I just finished book 26, which was Six of Crows, and this also means that I've passed my Care of Magical Creatures owls. I've got all my owls except for one, and that last one is actually one I need for my career, and I really did enjoy it, but I don't think it's the perfect book. It actually has quite a few flaws, but nonetheless, this is one of the times when I'm rating something based on my emotions rather than on the technicalities. I think I want to articulate my thoughts better and more when they're very collected. I know what I didn't like, but I'm trying to articulate what I did like that pushed me over the edge of giving it a high rating, even though there were so many things I didn't like. But you know, that's for another day. I just wanted to say that I finished this, and again, like with When Dimple Met Rishi, you guys were all right. Should have read it before. Welcome to day 28. I'm here from the living room. I'm not usually in here because this is kind of a family hotspot, so there's always something happening. I've been just down here reading this book, which is Defy the Stars by Sophie Mackenzie, and the last book in the series that I have not been enjoying so far this month. And this book is more of the same. Again, now that their relationship is not really toxic anymore, it's still just not healthy for River. Okay, I guess that means it's toxic. It just makes me laugh because the whole thing is incredibly far-fetched, but at the same time in the middle there I was getting a little bit excited, okay? Because when your life is at stake, it creates action and tension. And it started to rain because the perfect reading weather has to come around when I'm done reading. But we don't care. We finished Defy the Stars by Sophie Mackenzie, and I'm so glad to be done with this series because it was so absolutely ridiculous. I did find the ending quite predictable. So, Sophie Mackenzie, I'm not sure if I'm going to reread any of the others I read of hers when I was younger. I've been trying to reread some childhood favourites, but I think the Sophie Mackenzie door is one that I shall leave in the past. It's 1 a.m, but I finished Sweet Honey by Kathy Cassidy. I don't have any words for this series anymore. It's too much. It makes me incredibly happy. It makes me incredibly emotional. These books are going into some really deep topics, and this one is definitely young adult because Honey is 15, but she's dealing with things like stalking and cyberbullying. She's trying to turn her life around. She's just gone to Australia. I loved reading the Australian setting. While it's not the biggest thing in the story, it's still ingrained there. It's still mentioning places that I'd been to and things that I miss so much. It was just basically the perfect time for me to read this book. Once I've returned from Australia, once I'm feeling all these emotions, and then it was dealing with the divorce, and Honey is just a train wreck, but she's trying to turn her life around. She's got like the cutest guy who's doting on her and who's willing to give her a chance and see through her antics. Good friends. So many emotions. Happy birthday to you. What day is it, Simone?
April the 29th.
And what day is that?
My 18th. My birthday.
Hello guys, and welcome to day 29. Today is Simone's 18th birthday, and I have been reading all day and chilling with her. I've been reading it, and I'm 500 pages in and sincerely doubting I'm going to complete this challenge, but either which way, I'm just going to do my very best. Another 700-ish pages to go, but I'm going to do my very best. But first of all, I need to try, emphasis on try, and make a carrot cake for Simone because it's her birthday and she would like to have a carrot cake for her birthday. Just making the table wibble as well, so if the camera's shaky, that's on Simone. Anyway, I give up! I'm filming in this house. Simone's shaking the table, mummy's... Anyway, let's go try and make some carrot cake. Simone, what are you going to try right now?
Apple and vinegar.
Right down the throat, right down the gullet.
What?
Call the police.
I thought it would taste nice.
That tastes nice.
I thought you said it would taste nice.
I didn't say it was going to taste nice. I said, do you want to try some apple vinegar? And you said, yeah.
Is that on video?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what just happened, Simone? Wonder Woman, I should say.
I came downstairs for dinner and superhero music was playing and all of my family jumped out cosplaying as superheroes. It's crazy. I look at the superhero banner.
Whoa. Happy. Watching on your birthday.
Olivia's recommendation, Happy Death Day. That'd be good.
Is that because that's something I'm going to do to you today? So while I did read another 220 pages of it today and ended up on page 530, that's not even halfway because this big bad boy is 1,200 pages, and I just slipped it on it I just slipped it on it. I'm not going to be able to finish it. It's just too big. Also, exciting news. The Blogosphere magazine arrived today. And guess who's featured on a page? Olivia's Catastrophe. It's not my channel, but it is my blog in a blog magazine, and I feel really proud. So I just thought I would share it. Good morning guys, and welcome to day 30 of April, and this is the last day of my reading 30 books in 30 days challenge. I just finished reading Attack on Titan and I really liked it. I have seen the anime, so it was just nice to get into the manga. I was talking to my sister about this one as it's her book and I'm lending it from her, that it does jump cut quite a bit and it does not show the action that clearly, which I've heard is something that action manga just has to deal with. It's hard to show action scenes through drawings. So it's just one of those mangas where I'm happy that I watched the anime before reading it, because then I could fill in some of those gaps and I knew that I was understanding everything that was happening, so I wasn't confused in any which way. But I did really enjoy it. I missed these characters. I missed the sadness and the complexity and the emotional depth of this manga. Like, it's so good. And with that, I've finished my last book. I have successfully done it. I've read 30 books in 30 days. Thank you so much for coming along on this trip with me. I'll just say a little bit about The Invisible Man now that I finished it. I actually really did enjoy this. I thought it was going to be a bit like Frankenstein, in that The Invisible Man would be like Frankenstein's monster and I'd emphasize with him and I'd really like him, but that was not the case. The Invisible Man was more similar to Victor Frankenstein himself, so it was just a really entertaining and interesting concept and story. I really liked it. If you liked Frankenstein, you're gonna like this one. And even if you don't like Frankenstein, I think you might like this one more. So that was a really good way to end the month. I'm still so happy that I managed to cook this challenge. I really didn't think I was going to do it. So that gives me my last owls. So I've done all 12 owls and I'm successfully on my way to becoming a Care of Magical Children person and also Mer People Linguistics class. Done and done. What a month it's been. I'm now going to do anything but read, probably chill with my family, and yeah, that's it for the vlog. Thank you to all of those who have watched week 1 to week 4, or if you're just here for this one, thanks for joining me for the end of the journey. We'll be back to regularly scheduled content as of now. Please let me know in the comment section down below, did you have faith in me? Did you think I was going to do it? Because I didn't have faith in myself. And let me know, what was the last book you read this month that you finished April on? Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be updated every time I have a new video. And you know what they say, onwards and upwards. Excelsior!